family. We have Baby Bear saying hello. Welcome to the live stream. I'm so excited to be here today. I have a very important message that I am excited to share with you all. And we're gonna wait a few moments for you guys to join. Did my workout this morning. Today was my pull day, which means I'm working more on my back, my biceps, a little bit of shoulders. Had a fantastic workout. I've been doing AM lifting. So as you guys get the notifications, welcome. Please comment where you are from and how you found Gauge Girl Training. I would love to hear from you. And if you enjoy these live talks, please give this a thumbs up. Super excited to be here with you all today. So let me just make sure that top chat, live chat. Okay, so today we are talking about perfectionism, specifically how perfectionism impacts your weight loss journey. Last night in my spring challenge, we were talking about limiting beliefs. And welcome to everybody who is here in the live stream. It is Christine with Gauge Girl Training. And perfectionism, believe it or not, is a self-limiting belief. And believe it or not, I would have to say that perfectionism is hands down the most paralyzing form of self-abuse. I'm going to repeat that. Perfectionism is the most paralyzing form of self-abuse. Now, who watching this finds that they get themselves in this headspace, good morning, Angela, of perfectionism, and you find yourself beating yourself up because you saw things going a certain way in your brain and you acknowledge that you are falling short in whatever way, whether it's your eating, whether it's your workout, whether it's your time management, whether it's your schedule, whatever element of it. And then because it's not perfect, sorry guys, I just needed to get this hair out of my face. Because it's not perfect, you find yourself just beating yourself up. And to the point that you actually feel even worse. Hey, good morning, Marlene. Again, perfectionism is the most paralyzing form of self-abuse, and I want you guys to have the courage to be imperfect. Good morning, Susan. Have the courage to be imperfect because ultimately, at the end of the day, the goal is progress. It's not perfection. You do it more often than not, and it's a hard habit to break. And Angela, I agree entirely. Perfectionism is something that has plagued and paralyzed me in my life for a very long time, to the point that you get very stuck mentally in this defeated headspace because you feel like, well, it's not perfect. Why bother? Who here has ever been there? It's not perfect. Why bother? I already screwed this up. Why bother? I already, whatever it is, my friends, you have to remember that, hey, good morning, Andy. The goal is about progress. It's not about perfection. And that if you really think about it, perfectionism is more about the fear of making a mistake, the fear of disappointing others, the fear of failure. Perfectionism is about fear. And you may think in your mind, no, perfectionism isn't about fear. Perfectionism is good. Perfectionism is about being the best. Perfectionism is about winning. It doesn't really pan out that way in real life. In real life, you're afraid. In real life, you're afraid of disappointing others. You're afraid of failing. You're afraid of messing up. And the thing is, this is why I preach to my community all or something. And you might think, well, how come you're not pushing people to be excellent? How come you're not pushing people to be their best? Because I am a realist, my friends. I am a realist, and I acknowledge that you're not going to be guns blazing 24/7, 365. It's not practical. However, if I can move you from the headspace that says, you know what? I can't get the 90-minute workout in today. I can't perfectly hit all of my macros today, but I can do this. I can do this. I can get a walk in. I can like order the highest protein thing on the menu. I can, guys, There is a huge gap between all or nothing. And in that gap, it's called something. Something. And if I can move your daily average, if I can move your daily average forward, if I can move your daily average of, you know what, who cares if you have 2 to 3 weeks in your calendar year of 365 days? Who cares if you had 2 perfect weeks, but yet because you were so afraid of making a mistake, you were so afraid of doing something because it wasn't perfect, that you have just squandered and you said, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to do nothing. Do you understand how foolish that is? Do you understand how wasteful that is? And here's the thing. Perfectionism is paralyzing. It's paralyzing, and it is self-abuse in the highest form. And a lot of people glorify perfect. I'm here to tell you that perfectionism is the highest form of self-abuse, and you need to stop it. You need to stop holding yourself to an unrealistic standard that you've created in your brain that is literally just stopping you from making actual progress. And I say this to you guys because I love you. I say this to you guys because I care about you. I say this because I don't want to see you guys sabotage yourself in this way anymore. It is a waste of energy. It is not conducive to actual progress, and it hinders more than it helps. So if you're watching this and you're like, Christine, that is me. If I don't feel like it's perfect, I feel like I effed up. I feel like a victim. I feel defeated. Guys, we are here to let go of those limiting beliefs. It is a limiting beliefs. And I want to talk about signs that you might be a perfectionist. So the number one sign that you are a perfectionist is you attach your worth to your performance and achievements. That has been me hardcore for so long. And those are very hard habits to break. If you attach your worth to crushing it, maybe in your career, crushing it with whatever goals you've set out for yourself, what maybe your sports, maybe whatever it is you do, that is a sign that you may be a perfectionist. Another sign of being a perfectionist is that you believe that you either win or lose and there is zero middle ground. And again, there is benefit to a certain extent of being very focused. There is benefit to being very gung-ho. But if you believe that it's win or lose, no middle ground, that is a potential sign that you're a perfectionist. Another sign that you may be a perfectionist is that you have a fear of not being liked. And as a result, it makes it hard for you to say no to others. Who here is the queen or king of overcommitting? The king or queen of people pleasing? When you people please and when you just commit and never say no because you want everyone to like you, you want to please others, you have a tendency to just fill your time up with shit that you don't have the bandwidth to do. You're more likely to make mistakes. You're more likely to not execute as well. And as a result, it adds more stress. The next sign of being a perfectionist is you procrastinate when you don't have every single step figured out. You procrastinate, and perhaps you're afraid to start something if you don't have every single thing lined out and you know what you're going to do at every twist and turn and point in the road. Guys, listen. Do you understand? That's a sign of being a perfectionist. Sometimes you got to just dive right in. Sometimes you got to jump and you figure it out as you fall. And that is one thing that I have loved about becoming an entrepreneur, is that I'm not afraid to fail. Like, that is one of my strengths. I have zero fear of failure. However, it's exciting to figure things out as you go. It's exciting. And so many people are afraid to jump. For me, I'm like, jump, I know I'll figure out the parachute on my way down. And not everybody has the stomach for that. But if you find yourself procrastinating because you don't know every single little thing, guys, start, begin, you will figure it out. The next sign that you may be a perfectionist is that if you miss one workout or if you eat one unhealthy meal, it stresses you out. Baby Bear is trying to say hello. Do you guys want to say hi to Baby Bear? Come here, baby. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? So for those of you guys who don't know, I got a baby puppy and his name is Bear. Yes, come here, baby. Let's say hello. Let's say hello. He's saying right here. This is Baby Bear. Yes, this is my baby. This is my baby puppy. Yes, mommy loves you. Yes, you can say hi. Say hi to YouTube. Say hi to YouTube, sweetheart. This is my sweet baby. He is 19 going on 20 weeks. So, okay. All right, go down. Go play with brother. Go play with brother. Okay. All right, guys. The next sign that you may be a perfectionist is that you don't ask for help and you don't like to show your vulnerability. If that is, get down. Sorry. All right. If you don't like to ask for help and you're afraid of being vulnerable, you may be a perfectionist. This is something that, Bear, stop. I have struggled with for years, way longer than I care to. I would just figure it out. And it's even, I have an extra layer of complication because I'm an only child. I'm just so used to doing everything by myself alone. And again, there can be some strengths to that, but it was to the point that it debilitated my growth. Now, with that being said, another sign of being a perfectionist is you don't tolerate mistakes of yourself or others. Who here is hard on yourself? I mean, if you make a mistake, you are pissed. Likewise, when other people make mistakes, you get really disappointed. I mean, a level of disappointed that is beyond normal. I would get really mad when I would make mistakes. I mean, the level of anger and frustration that I would put out on myself as a result of the mistakes and F-ups I have made is hardcore perfectionist. The next one is small problems in relationships sometimes turn into huge fights or even breakups. Again, another sign of being a perfectionist. And the last sign of a perfectionist is you stay in your comfort zone to avoid embarrassment or failure. Who watching this right now knows, you are in your comfort zone. You know that if you pushed yourself, you would like to push yourself. You would like to commit to bigger goals, but you're afraid you're going to fail. You're afraid you're going to look dumb. You're afraid. And if you're being completely honest with yourself, you know that that's what's holding you back. And if that's what's holding you back, I challenge you today to smash through that excuse and to join the Summer Ready Challenge that starts on May 15th. It goes from May 15th through June 26th. That is 6 weeks. 6 weeks, 42 days of the opportunity for you to dial in your macros, dial in your workouts, be held accountable. You're gonna get custom macros that change every 2 weeks. You're gonna get workouts for the home or gym. They're gonna be in an app. You're going to get a weekly Zoom Q&A call with me every single week. You're going to get to be part of a private Facebook community for daily support. You're going to get to compete for prizes. I do all kinds of giveaways. But guys, stop letting your perfectionist tendencies cause you to not go for it. And I'm telling you, one thing that will always be true of me is I would rather fall flat on my face trying than not try at all. And guys, get over it. I mean, and I say this out of love. Get over fear of failure. Get over embarrassment. Because guess what? Everyone else struggles too. Everyone F's up. Everyone has things that they feel inadequate in. But the only way to begin to feel adequate, the only way to bust through that comfort zone, the only way to get over fear of failure, the only way to get over that embarrassment is to push yourself and to challenge yourself and to stop thinking like an effing perfectionist. Just let it go. Let it go. And the sooner you let that stuff go, the more free you're going to feel, the more progress you're going to make in your life, the less stress you're going to feel, the less pressure you're going to feel. And as a result of feeling less pressure, you're actually going to move further along. Now, who knows that their perfectionism is paralyzing themselves? Who's watching us right now and being like, Christine, you are describing me to a T. And you know that you have to just let it go. You have to let it go, because the more you let it go, what's going to happen? The higher you rise. The more you let it go, the higher you rise. And it's counterintuitive. I know it's counterintuitive. I know that it takes courage to be imperfect. I know that a lot of you guys are so ingrained in beating yourselves up, and if the mental abuse that you allow to happen in your brain by telling yourself that you're not good enough, by telling yourself that everything has to be perfect, if that showed up on your body, you would be bruised, you would have a black eye, you would have like an arm in a sling. Guys, get rid of this perfectionist tendency. I know it's hard. Carbon, she says that. I know it's hard. But what choice do you have? Do you want to stay paralyzed? Do you want to stay deer in headlights, terrified to fail, doing nothing, making no progress, moving backwards in life, just here, afraid, deer in headlights? Or are you going to be like, you know what? Enough's enough. I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to roll my sleeves up. I am going to get over my fear of embarrassment. I'm going to get over my fear of failure. I'm not going to let anything knock me off my square. Because when you get in that place and you start taking your power back and you start taking control, and you're like, you know what? No, I am not going to let anything knock me off my square. No amount of failure, no amount of embarrassment can mess with me. That headspace, that confidence, that courage, you step into that headspace, friends, watch what happens. Who knows, without a shadow of a doubt, if you started stepping into that zone where you're like, you know what? I don't have to have it all figured out. You know what? I can be imperfect. You know what? I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to give it all I got. I'm going to do the best I can. And whatever happens, I'm going to be able to look at myself in the mirror. I'm going to be able to look at myself square in the eyes and say, self, you did your damn best. I'm proud of you. And guys, do you understand how freeing that is? Do you understand how liberating that is? That regardless of the result, you just say, you know what? I'm going to do the best that I can with what I have, where I am. You got to start talking to yourself like your best friend. Be more encouraging and less critical. Amen. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but I am inviting you guys to literally leap out of your comfort zone. And that can be scary. I know that can be scary. But guess what, guys? What's the option? Do you want to stay paralyzed, or do you want to do something? Who here remembers, there's this Britney Spears song. Oh my gosh. It's called Do Something. And I used to love, I still love Britney Spears music, but she has this song. I'd play it here on YouTube, but I'll probably get a copyright violation. Look up the song Do Something. She's like, why don't you do something? I see you looking at me. Anyway, I just loved it because it's about taking action. It's about taking action regardless of how imperfect. Take action. So I am inviting you guys today to take action, to get out of your comfort zone, to join this challenge. It is only $99 for 6 weeks, you guys. It is a complete steal. Guys, it is a supportive community. You cannot fail. The only way you can fail is if you don't try. That is the only way you can fail. I'm not worried about your results. I'm worried about your effort. I'm worried about your headspace. You know what song I'm talking about, Kelly? I'm so glad. And I remember that was on my workout playlist because I'm like, Yes, do something, do something, do something. Guys, get out of your comfort zone. Do something. Stop focusing on being a perfectionist because it is going to hold you back. It is going to limit you. It is going to slow you down. It doesn't help. It actually doesn't help. And the thing is, I know I have high achievers in this room. I know you guys are high achievers. I consider myself a high achiever. But stop slowing yourself down by attaching your worth to your performance and achievements. Stop letting that fear of not being liked take things over. Stop thinking that you either win or lose. Stop getting into that headspace where you don't tolerate mistakes. Guys, if you don't tolerate your own mistakes and you are one of those people who is just so exceedingly hard on yourself, and guys, no matter what you look like on the outside, until you like squash this perfectionist mindset, you're going to be suffering for the rest of your life. And I'm using that word very very carefully. Suffering. You will be suffering for the rest of your life until you get out of that perfectionist headspace. Hey, good morning, Jess. So guys, like I said, I invite you to take action. I invite you to do something. I invite you to visit gaugegirltraining.com, invest in yourself, sign up for the next challenge. But if you're just joining this, please start it from the beginning and watch the full video about signs of a perfectionist, about how overcoming perfectionism. And overcoming perfectionism, you guys, it starts with courage. It starts with the courage to say, you know what? It's okay that I am not perfect. It is okay if I can't do it all. I'm going to do the best that I can. I am going to do the best that I can for my health, for my body, with my time. And I'm going to use my time resourcefully. I am not going to let embarrassment stop me, and I'm not going to let fear of failure stop me. Guys, who here has just ever been so ashamed? Like, I had somebody yesterday just telling me, they were like, Christine, I am so ashamed of where my body is right now. I don't recognize myself. I feel disgusting. Like, I am ashamed. And I said to this person, I said, listen, you gotta let that go. You gotta let that go. Stressing over it, bitching about it, worrying about it, complaining about it does nothing. It does nothing. All it does is waste your energy. Instead, be like, you know what? Here's what I can do. Here's what I can do. And if every day you wake up with a can-do attitude, do what you can. Lift the heaviest weight you can lift today. Guys, too many of you guys are living in this perfectionist headspace that's debilitating you. It's stopping you. It's impacting your head. It's impacting your life. It's impacting your relationships. And no matter how inadequate you tell yourself you are in your brain, you're correct. So instead of focusing on inadequacy, start focusing on what you can do. Focus on what you can do, because you are only hurting yourself. At the end of the day, you're only hurting yourself. And I hate seeing this, because I see my clients who are amazing humans, high achieving, amazing go-getters. You know, they have ambitions, they have drive, they have talent, but yet they get themselves into this perfectionist mindset, and they don't realize that it is the most paralyzing form of self-abuse, and the abuse has to stop. Stop abusing yourself. Stop telling yourself that if it's not perfect, it sucks. Stop. Stop. Stop this madness. Stop it. And who here watching this right now is like, you know what, Christine, you're right. I want to commit to having the courage to be imperfect. I am going to let this shit go. I'm not going to let it bother me anymore. It's a choice. It is a choice. And will you struggle at times? Will you have your moments? Sure. But let it go. Like, just let it go. Like, I feel like you can be like this your whole life, just like tense and like this, or you can be like, Because I tell you what, if you go through your goals and you go through it with a more focused, relaxed vibe that just stays fluid and let's go of failure, let's go of embarrassment, friends, you are going to get so much further. The more you let go, the higher you rise. The more you let go, the higher you rise. So I want to see all of you inside of the Summer Ready Challenge. Again, it starts on May 15th, so make sure that you sign up now. Make your commitment, let go of the perfectionist tendencies, guys, and let's crush some goals. Let's crush some goals together. I love you all. If you're just joining this late, please start from the beginning. And if you guys enjoy these live chats with me, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me so much here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate your support. And do not forget to sign up for the Summer Ready Challenge. Peace out.